Alright guys, welcome back to our series on money. This is a couple of worksheets here to do with lots of different things. Let's have a look, shall we? We've got rounding to the nearest dollar. We've got calculating, so a bit of three-digit addition here coming up, plus calculating change here as well. Always fun. We did that in the last podcast. This one, using rounding as strategies to find out approximate totals, which is fantastic when you want a quick addition of items. And then the last item is looking at a family budget, which we'll explain a little bit more about later. Okay, let's have a quick look here. Rounding these amounts to the nearest dollar. Okay, so to the nearest dollar means that we're looking at this here. We're looking at the number that comes before the decimal point. And when we want to get to the nearest dollar here, then we need to start in this column here, okay? So, as you know with rounding, 5 and above goes up, or 4 and below goes down. So this number here, well, it's greater than 5, so that must go up to the next dollar. And so therefore, that one has to be $2. Let's quickly have another look at this one. Okay, so we want to work out whether we're going up to $4 up, or if we're going to stay there at $3. And this 7 here in the tenths column will tell us what we're doing. Again, it's greater than 5, so then therefore we have to push this dollar up to $4. So go ahead with these guys. Have a look at what's in the dollar ones column already, then have a look and see whether we're going to push it up with the tenths column or leave it the way it is. All right, the next part here. Calculate the following purchases. Looks like some vertical three-digit addition. What is the total cost for the tent and a camera? Here's the tent, $385. Let's put this over there. Feel free to get a bit of a scrap worksheet or even use the back of this worksheet to work these answers out. So there's the tent. Here's the cost of our camera, $275. And remember, it's very important that you line up the digits in the correct column. Okay, you know how it goes. 5 and 5 is 0. We need to trade the 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. Trade the 1 again. 3 plus 1 is 4. And 4 plus 2 is 6. So the answer for this one here is $660. All right, let's keep going, shall we? Max handed over $400 to purchase a tent. How much change? So we need to look at that's important, tent is important, and change. All right, let's go back up. So $400 to purchase a tent. How much was a tent? Is $385. Now, if you've listened to my last video, we looked at calculating change by using the counting on method. So if we start with $385, we just want to keep adding on until we get to 400. So then the best way to do that is add on the ones column to get to the next lot of tens. And of course that's a $5. So now we've got $390. From here, we can add on to the tens column. And that's obviously a $10 note. And that takes us to $400. So therefore, this and that together is our answer, and 10 plus 5 is $15. Okay, I'm sure you can go on and work out the rest of them. Let's have a look at these next questions. Now, finding approximate totals. This is really important and a great tool to have. Because if you're at the supermarket and you've only got $10 to spend, you want to be able to add up really quickly what the items that you want to purchase are to make sure you don't get to the cash register and have gone over. So, again, using rounding strategies, let's have a look at this one here. $2.80. Again, we want to round up to the nearest dollar, so therefore we have a look at the tenths column, and if it's greater than 5, which it is, then this goes up to 3. So we have 3. Actually, let's put this. No harm in you putting this over there. Oh, we'll change that one again as well. So, putting it there, $3 plus $4.95. Again, to round it, we look here in the tenths column. It's greater than 5, so this one must go up. So that's $5 plus $3.10. Tenths column again. Now this one's not greater than 5, it's less than 5. So that therefore this just stays where it is. So that'll be another $3. And of course then when we add that up, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 plus 5 is $11. Okay, go ahead and do the rest of those ones. Now if we have a look here, we have a budget. And a budget basically means that you sit down, you work out how much money you have, which is over here, and you look at the cost of your items. And what you're trying to do is keep your cost under the amount of money you've got to spend. Okay? So here, the Brown family have $1,000 to spend, and that might be each month. Their grocery bills are $250. So when they take that money, the $250 away from 1,000, they're left with $750. The next item is the electricity bill, and it's $100. So again, they take off that off what they've got left over after paying the grocery bill. They've got $650 left. Now they take into account the petrol bill, which is $80. They take that off the $650 they had left over, they're left with $570. Few blank columns here. I would suggest there's a question in here which is asking you to fill these out. But let's have a look at that later. So the first question is, how much did the Brown family spend on groceries? Well, that's pretty straightforward. We go up and have a look at the groceries item. We have a look at the cost, and we can easily say $250. Now, I'm not going to do all of these. You guys have got to use your brain to work out some of these. This one here. What was the total cost of the electricity and the phone bill? Have a look at electricity. Have a look at the phone. You know what to do. How much money did the Brown family spend on entertainment? There it is there. On May 30, now what we didn't look at was the dates, and this is the dates that they paid their bill throughout the month of May. On May 30, the Brown family spent $100 on a birthday party. Add this to item 9 on the spreadsheet. So this is where you have to fill in the date, which is May 30. You need to put in what it was, the item that they spent it on, which looks like a birthday party, and how much they'd spent. And yeah, I was right. Complete the balance column, which is this one here, on the Brown family budget spreadsheet. All right, some great activities to do with money. And the best thing about learning about money is that it's practical. It's things that you're going to use all the time in everyday life. So go ahead and work them out. And remember again, if you need some help, don't just sit there and look at it. Put your hand up and ask Mr. T. Good luck, guys.